When you learn how to effectively schedule the shots in your movie, just like the professional filmmakers in Hollywood do, you'll save time and money. But unlike the professionals who rely on state-of-the-art computers to plan and carry out their scheduling tasks, you won't need a big budget for sophisticated software or hours of time to learn how to use it. We're opening the book on cheap but effective do-it-yourself film scheduling techniques on this chapter of TV Tech Book. When making a film, Hollywood directors rarely shoot the scenes in their movie sequentially, starting from the beginning and moving in order to the end of the script. Instead, they find and group all of the scenes that occur in the same place and film them all together before moving on to the next location. This saves the production company time and money because it minimizes the number of instances people and equipment have to be moved from one shooting location to another. On a film crew, the production manager is responsible for taking the script and analyzing it in order to come up with a workable plan for shooting everything. This is called breaking down the script. To do so, the production manager relies on specialized, expensive, and complex computer software to help him or her with their planning. Fortunately, there's a much cheaper and easier alternative. First, grab a copy of your screenplay and a pencil. If the script was written in industry standard format, which it should be, or in other words, if it was printed out using the style that's considered customary for writing screenplays, then finding the scenes in your movie should be easy. Every scene in an industry standard screenplay is identified with what's called a scene descriptor, a single line of text appearing in all capital letters and which starts with either the abbreviation EXT, which stands for exterior, or INT, which means interior. An exterior scene occurs outside, for instance, a parking lot. In a script, an exterior scene occurring in a parking lot, therefore, would appear as either exterior parking lot day, if the action takes place during daylight hours, or exterior parking lot night, if the scene happens to take place at night. Again, the word exterior is abbreviated with the letters EXT, and they appear in all capital letters right at the front of the line. An interior scene, on the other hand, occurs inside somewhere. A scene taking place in a classroom, for example, would be labeled in the script as interior classroom, with the word interior being abbreviated by the letters that are capitalized INT. Notice that interior scenes don't include the day or night tag used to describe exterior scenes. This is because the time of day or night generally doesn't matter in an interior setting. It's important to note also that the names of all of the scenes that take place in the exact same location in the script are always identical to one another. In other words, the name of the location doesn't change even though the scenes that occur in that location may take place at different times in the script. Screenwriters need to pay special attention to this detail because it's important for properly planning the shoot. You'll find out why in just a second. For now, go through your script page by page, finding every place in it where a new scene occurs by looking for the scene descriptors. Everywhere you find the abbreviation EXT or INT appearing in all capital letters in the script, draw a line at that point across the page. When you've reached the last page, you'll have blocked out all of the scenes in your script, making it easy for you to find them. Now that all of your scenes have been blocked out and separated with lines, you'll want to start again at the first page of the script and number each of the scenes in sequential order. Start with the number 1 and keep going until you get all the way to the end of the script. For the next step, you'll need to make a trip to your local office supply or discount superstore and buy a pack or two of blank white index cards. The exact number of cards that you'll need depends on how many scenes you have in your script. While you're out shopping, you'll also want to pick up 3 different colored highlighters. Be sure you make a separate card for every scene. At the top of each card, you'll write the scene descriptor exactly as it appears in your script. Don't change a word. After you've done that, add a brief description of the scene under the name. And then, under that description, jot down the names of all of the characters appearing in that scene. At the bottom of the card, write down the scene number. When you're finished, take the stack of cards and use the highlighters to go back and color code each one of them. The choice of which colors you use for each type of scene is up to you, but be sure that once you start color coding, you are consistent. All exterior day scenes, for example, should be highlighted in one color. All exterior night scenes in another color. And all interior scenes should be highlighted with the remaining color. A single highlighted line drawn across the top of each card is more than sufficient. Scenes that require special processing, such as those shot on a green or blue screen, for example, aren't highlighted. To break down your script and come up with a plan for shooting it, separate the index cards, first by color, then by the scene descriptor, and finally by the names of the characters appearing in the scene. Sorting the index cards in this manner creates separate piles of cards which represent scenes in your movie that all share the same identical location, even though they don't appear sequentially in your script. All that's left to do now is to use a calendar to schedule the day or days you'll need to shoot all of the scenes that occur in the same location together. By grouping the scenes by their location and shooting them all at the same time, you save time, energy, and money. Let's recap what you've learned. When making a movie, in order to work efficiently and to save time and money, you need to break down your script so that you can schedule and film all of the scenes that take place in the same location together. To do this, you can do what the big budget professional filmmakers do and hire a production manager who then uses expensive and complicated computer software to create a shooting schedule, or you can be economical and do it yourself and still end up with the same results. Start first by finding all of the scenes in your script and separating them with lines. Number each scene in your script in sequential order. Use index cards and colored highlighters to create a separate card for every scene in your screenplay. Be sure that you transfer the names of the scenes to your cards exactly as they appear in the script. Include a brief description of the scene, the names of the characters that appear in that scene, and the scene number on each card. Sort the cards, first by color, then by the scene name, and finally by the character names. Schedule and film all of the scenes that happen in the same location together before moving on to the next location. Congratulations! If you follow these simple steps, you'll be taking a big step towards saving big bucks in making your movie. And that closes the book on film scheduling techniques on this chapter of TV Tech Book.